What if I told you by 2050 there will be more elderly people than children on Earth? But what is aging us so fast? Some of the foods sitting in your kitchen right now are speeding up the aging process, damaging your skin, shrinking your energy, and shortening your DNA's protective caps called telomeres. And what's the wild part is many of these foods are marketed and considered healthy. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 foods science says are aging you faster and what to eat instead. Number 1 might literally shock you because it's something that most people consider clean eating. If you care about longevity, hit that subscribe button. I post weekly science-backed health content that can literally ages years to your life. Let's talk a little bit about aging, kind of aging 101. Aging starts at the cell level. Your cells wear out through 4 main processes. Number 1, oxidative stress. It's like rust inside of your body caused by things called free radicals. Number 2, chronic inflammation, what scientists now call inflammaging. And number 3, mitochondrial damage, less energy, slower recovery. And the last one are something known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, conveniently named, sugar molecules gumming up your cells literally. All of these accelerate the shortening of telomeres, the protective ends of your DNA. Short telomeres equals faster aging. And if you're wondering how to spot early signs, it usually starts with your skin. So what is this skin connection? Your skin is like a window into your internal health. Researchers found that women with high intakes of vitamin C and omega-3s have fewer wrinkles, but every 50 grams of carbs per day correlated with increased skin aging. But why? Because sugar breaks down collagen and creates more AGEs of those advanced glycogen end products, which leads to sagging, wrinkles, and just overall dull looking skin. But the good news is this: your skin improves when your diet improves. So let's start with the countdown of the 11 foods that are aging you prematurely. Food number 7, overeating and processed foods. Over 70% of the average American's calories comes from processed food. That crowds out the nutrients your body needs to combat aging. Overeating also, it fuels chronic inflammation, especially around your belly. Researchers have found the bigger your waistline, the shorter your telomeres. So what's the fix? You want to fill up on whole, nutrient-dense foods and watch those processed junk foods. They'll naturally start fading away from your plate when you focus on those whole, real foods. Next food, artificial sweeteners. Sucralose, saccharin, aspartame destroy your gut bacteria, and gut health is directly linked to aging, immunity, and even brain health. Even short-term use can spike your insulin resistance and kill your brain's master antioxidant known as glutathione. So what's the fix? Stick to small amounts of honey, maple syrup, and train your palate to enjoy that natural real food sweetness. Food number 9. We all knew this one was going to be on the list. Too much alcohol. 1 glass of red wine might help thanks to resveratrol, but beyond that, alcohol creates free radicals, depletes antioxidants, and inflames your entire body. So what's the fix? Keep it to 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men, or better yet, take a few more nights off of drinking. Let's go right into food number 8, another drink here. Fruit juice and smoothies. Juice sounds healthy, right? But it's basically soda without the fizz. No fiber, just a sugar bomb. It's not the same as eating fruit. For example, 4 ounces of apple juice equals 13 grams of sugar. A half a cup of sliced apples equals 5 grams of sugar plus the fiber to slow down the glucose spike. Your body doesn't register liquid calories the same way. You drink more, you stay hungry, and worse yet, you spike your blood sugar. The fix is easy for this one. Focus on whole fruits and skip those healthy fruit juices. Food number 7, this is a big one that is just great to avoid in general. Breads, bagels, and pastas, and all the like. These refined grains are full of refined grains, which equals stripped of fiber and nutrients. Your body basically treats these like sugar. That means blood sugar spikes, more inflammation, and more advanced glycogen end products. Fix is easy for this one. Choose intact whole grains or better. Swap carbs for fiber-rich vegetables and fruits. You want to stick to rice, beans, quinoa, that type of stuff. Next food here, we have food number 6, breakfast cereals. Colorful boxes, heart-healthy labels all over the place, but most cereals are refined grains, cooked at high temperatures, loaded with sugar, and packed with advanced glycogen end products before you even pour in that likely crappy milk. Some cereals have more sugar than donuts, and you think you're starting the day off right and healthy? Think again. So you want to ditch the cereal aisle, try just focusing on whole foods, eggs, avocado, overnight oats with berries and nuts. Food number 5. All right, we got baked goods and sweets. Another one similar to breads, bagels, and pastas. It's so important to avoid these. Cookies, cakes, pastries, they're a combination of sugar, flour, inflammatory oils, and heat. That's a recipe for essentially a maximum amount of AGEs, those end products that damage your cells, more inflammation, and blood sugar spikes. Worse yet, they hijack your hunger. The crash leads to more cravings and more accelerated aging. The fix for this one, enjoy dark chocolate, 70% or more ideally, or make your own treats with almond flour and natural sweeteners. Food number 4, vegetable oils, and I added feedlot meat to this too. Our omega balance is way off for most of people. We evolved on a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s. Today, it's closer to 20-to-1. Industrial oils like soybean, corn, sunflower, safflower are loaded with omega-6s and 9s, and feedlot animals eat a lot of these oils too, making their meat inflammatory and throwing off that ratio even more. So you want to avoid processed foods with these oils. Choose grass-fed, pasture-raised meats and cook with olive oil, coconut oil, ghee, grass-fed butter, or sometimes avocado oil. Okay, we're down to our last 3. Margarine. This one is very similar to vegetable oils, but it's so bad that it deserved its own spot. Margarine once was marketed as a heart-healthy butter alternative. Margarine is loaded with trans fats, now banned in many countries. Even trace amounts of trans fats increase inflammation, insulin resistance, and your risk of dying from any cause. So what do you want to do? You want to go back to real butter and coconut oil, olive oil, that type of stuff. Your body knows what to do with real food. It doesn't know what to do with margarine. So that's why it's an inflammatory mess when you eat this. Food number 2, fried foods and of course fast foods. This one's full of the complete package for refined carbs, bad inflammatory oils, high temperatures, AGEs, trans fats, you name it, this is full of it. And those fryers, the same oil gets heated over and over again, breaking it down into toxic compounds that your body struggles to deal with and eliminate. So the fix is easy. Cook more at home, bake, roast, or air fry with clean oils. It saves your wallet and your precious telomeres. And last on the list, grilled, roasted, and broiled meats. Yes, meat can be healthy, but how you cook it makes a big difference. Grilling, broiling, and roasting creates the highest level of AGEs, especially in fatty cuts of meat. One grilled chicken breast has over 1,000% more AGEs than a poached one. So what's the fix? You want to use moist heat methods like poaching, braising, or slow cooking. And if you grill, marinate in lemon or vinegar to reduce AGE formation. So there you have it, the 11 foods that are aging you faster. Now let's talk about some good news. The right foods don't just slow aging, they can actually reverse the damage too. So you want to follow proven diets like Mediterranean, do carb cycling, intermittent fasting. These are linked to long, healthy lives, and you want to metabolically cycle these. Eat the rainbow, we've heard this before, bright vegetables, herbs, green tea, spices like turmeric that fight free radicals and inflammation. Balance those fats, get more omega-3s from wild fish, nuts and seeds, and sardines, a big omega-3 carrier. And then, of course, get rid of those vegetable oils, which will do more good than even adding in sardines. And choose better cooking methods. Finally, steam, poach, braise, and or marinate. Also, at the grocery store, shop the perimeter. These are very simple tips that we've all read and heard about. Drink more water, green tea, and herbal infusion, herbal teas, that type of stuff. Avoid what comes in shiny packaging with long ingredient lists. So to finally bring this video home, you're not powerless. Your diet is aging you faster or keeping you longer every single day. It's not about perfection, it's about patterns. Most of your meals should support your longevity and your health. And remember, small changes matter. What you do consistently shapes your energy, your skin, your brain, and your future self, and of course, your health. You're not just extending life, you're upgrading the quality of your life. You're not just surviving, you are thriving. If this video opened your eyes at all, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Drop a comment if one of these surprised you or if you disagree with me. Make better choices one meal at a time, and I'll see you for the next video.